You know, with this quarantine, 2020 has taught me um, is to respect Earth, to respect Mother Nature, to respect nature so much more. Um, the tables have definitely turned. And now we're forced to look within ourselves and see the very thing that we were causing this earth harm or disease with. We had became so much of a disease to this earth that animals were becoming extinct. We had became so much of a disease to this earth that pollution and chemicals and fumes were being aerated in the air to where it was causing cancer and other diseases. We were so much of a disease to this earth and to ourselves that pharmaceutical medications and drugs were becoming our addictions, and as well as our suicidal endings. I respect Mother Nature now because they said enough. I respect the process and creation of this earth because it said, I need to cleanse this human race. I need to cleanse everything that is becoming a disease to this earth. Bees have become extinct due to our behaviors and our ways and our needs, our indulgence, and our needs to have and want, and forgot the necessary tools to just and the necessary needs to be met just to survive, just enough. But we overindulge. And I appreciate Mother Nature. I appreciate the earth for that reset and that recall to say, sit back. Now we're forcing this isolation of having to look within ourselves and see our positive and yet our negative behaviors that we contribute to this earth and to others. How our how our how our disease within ourselves may be causing the next a disease and the next and the next. And I'm not talking about a disease. I'm talking about a dis-ease. Because now we have grown to know that anything that is a dis-ease within ourselves become a disease in our body and becomes a disease to this earth. And it's a natural process. And now we're being forced to sit back and figure that out. And then guess what? Those same corporations that were causing indulgence and giving us that over access of meeting our desires, not no longer needs, our desires to have, wanting more, are being closed down, and we're being forced to look at those that we walk over and treat as if they're nothing because, hey, you're at the bottom pole, you're at the bottom, you don't matter because you're just a bagger at a grocery store, or you're just somebody that does lift and carries my food to the door. You're just a nurse. Anybody can have your job. Or now we're forced to look at those people and say, you're worth more. Because of you, I can't fulfill my job, but because of you, I now appreciate you, because if I was to get sick, you would take care of me. And you're risking your life to be sick, and you're taking care of me. And those are the people that we should always appreciate. This process has flipped. And now we're forced to have to sit back and look within ourselves and see what we have done and what we were missing. The things that we didn't think were important and we were overlooking because of our indulgence of wanting, needing and being obligated and put into a structure, into a box and labeled, stamped, and said, you're this, I want you to be this. I know you're good. I know you have talent. I know you have creativity. I know you have passion. I know you have a voice. But I need you to be this specifically so that I can pay you this amount of money and keep up our structure, our organization. And then we go on to do it and become sanely okay with that. Even if it kills us, even if it puts a disease in our mind and our body, and it makes us unhappy, and we continue that process because that gives us some form of, I'm a part of society. Your gifts, your talents, those are something to be explored. That's your freedom. That's you. That's that those that inner child, that creativity that we once had when we dared to dream and have that fantasy to create. That was our true and authentic nature before we were obligated to be. And I find that this quarantine has had me respect Mother Nature and also respect myself, because now I'm able to do those things I once loved and not have to worry about, is that going to be enough to pay a bill? Now I'm able to really sit with myself and feel my spirit and feel my body and just say, I appreciate myself, because now I have all of me and I don't have to give it away. Now I appreciate the fact that I can just give a service to help and not feel obligated to be there and give of myself too much. I appreciate just enough. And now it's just, this quarantine is causing us to have to look within ourselves. And if you're not finding yourself looking within, if you find yourself still caught up in the rat race of wanting to be in and continue the facade and continue the mask and continue the obligations to keep things going, to stay sane, you're part of the problem. Because to sit back and find the creativity and the creation and find who you truly are is the solution. So that when we go back to regular life, when we go back to being able to go out in this world, we'll be able to appreciate those trees a little bit more. We'll be able to respect each other's nature and outside nature a little bit more, because it was taken from us. And in order for us to appreciate life, sometimes things have to be taken away from us, and we have to be forced to open up our eyes and appreciate what we were missing. And that was just the process of being. We're a part of this earth. And how dare we separate each other based off of religion, race? How many killings? How many racial acts and things were happening before this quarantine? I think even Mother Nature, I think this earth, I think even God or the higher powers was saying enough. This quarantine has taught me to respect life a little bit more and not to be in fear, but just to open up my eyes and to appreciate and respect and love. This quarantine is pretty freaking awesome to me. And I'm hoping that you're able to open up your eyes and look at it from another perception, or perspective and not be so closed off in fear, but to appreciate life and appreciate your neighbors and appreciate everything that you are able to wake up and see every day.